My dream and goal is to one day own my own agricultural business. Being a future farm manager, how will I balance the environmental stewardship necessary for the safeguarding of our water, air, and soil with the need to be productive and competitive in a global economy? My name is Jessica Harbers, and I am currently finishing my first year in the Agriculture Technology Animal Science program at the Lethbridge College. When I think about how I will manage my farm in a way to be environmentally friendly while still being competitive and productive in a global economy, I came up with practicing sustainable agriculture, more specifically, no-till management practices. Over the years, our concern for the environment has greatly changed. We've become more aware of our impact on the environment. One thing, though, that hasn't changed is our need to be productive and competitive and essentially make a profit. So now a balance has to be found in agricultural business management between the safeguarding of our natural resources, which we rely so greatly on, and the need to be productive and competitive to keep our business going. So what is sustainable agriculture? Sustainable agriculture is a way of raising food that is safe and healthy for consumers and animals. It doesn't harm the environment, it treats animals humanely and with care, it respects its workers and provides them with a fair wage, and it supports the rural communities. Some different characteristics of sustainable agriculture are conservation and preservation, animal welfare, and biodiversity. Conservation and preservation is a characteristic of sustainable agriculture that I'm going to focus on in my future farm. Conservation and preservation is putting back what is taken from the environment so that natural resources such as water, air, and soil can be replenished and available for future generations. I plan on balancing the environmental stewardships with the need to be competitive and productive by implementing a method of conservation, no-till management practices. No-till is the method of directly depositing seeds into untilled soil. This soil has retained the year's previous crop residues. No-till seeding equipment is required if you wanted to go about no-till management practices. To some, this may seem unreasonable to making a profit, but the benefits of no-till to your soil and the environment greatly outweigh the costs of your equipment. Some of the economic benefits of no-till is that it reduces your labor, it saves you time, it reduces the amount of fuel you use, and it reduces the amount of wear on your equipment. Ultimately, it's saving you money. Some of the environmental benefits of no-till is that it increases your long-term productivity of your crop. It increases the infiltration and retention of water in your soil, decreases compaction, increases the organic matter content in your soil. It makes a more welcoming environment for wildlife. It reduces air pollution and reduces the release of carbon gases. It also increases the water quality. Tillage in fields, like in this field here, actually increases the decomposition of organic matter in the soil. This increase in decomposition decreases the organic matter content of your soil. Also, tilling increases your potential for wind and water erosion. As you can see here in this soil, this has water erosion. Creating a more welcoming environment for wildlife due to no-till, we can reduce our pesticide application, allowing hawks, nesting ducks, and other wildlife to eat insects or rodents. We can reduce the amount of pesticides that we use to eliminate these pests. No-till actually helps to improve water quality. Land that isn't tilled drains clearer water than land that is. That means that there's less sediments in our water bodies and more in our soil. No-till also helps to improve air quality. With no-till, we're using less machinery, meaning less CO2 emissions released into the environment. With land that is tilled, it increases the decomposition of plant residues into CO2. Therefore, no-till increases our air quality. I believe that no-till management practices is the best way to protect the environment while still being profitable. As a future farm manager, I will use this method of sustainable agriculture to protect our environment and its resources for today and future generations, while still being profitable, competitive, and productive in a global economy.